That's what's up. So I'm a Songwriter for Flex We Trust, for DJ Funk Flex. And first, I want to congratulate you on your latest album. I've been hearing some good stuff about it.
Thank you.
So
Thank you.
we're gonna start off on the interview. So how's everything going your way? Like,
Oh man, everything is going great.
awesome,
I've been hearing nothing but positive feedback on
cool.
the project, so I'm super excited about that.
That's what's up. Okay, so how is it up there in Compton, LA? If I
Oh
don't know if
man,
that's where you're at exactly right now, but how is it? Since you're from there.
so right now, see, I moved
Yeah.
to the valley,
Okay.
so I'm out here in North Hollywood. Everything is great.
Cool.
Got out of Compton. No more sirens, really.
Yeah.
There's just a lot of people in this area. A lot of people out here in the entertainment industry in the city of North Hollywood. So it's always good, real close to different studios, and it's a more opportunity to be real
Mhm.
productive.
Right. Okay. All right. So since you released your newest album, The Rebirth, have you been pleased on the feedback of your first album since this is like your first album officially? Have you been really pleased
Yeah,
with what everybody's been saying about
most
it?
definitely. I'm super excited because, especially nowadays, with the social networks and stuff
Right.
like that, like I can go on my feed and my app mentions and on my Instagram, and there's so
Uh huh.
many people leaving comments. I'm getting so many different, people reaching out to me every day,
Right. Cool.
and it's just great to see them appreciating the
Mhm.
music that I brought to the table and the R&B, saying that it was missing, and so many people
Yeah.
are just becoming new fans, and I'm excited about the future.
Yeah, that sounds good. So did you know that a lot of people are saying that you are part of the new generation of R&B, since that R&B feel is kind of not really in the game really anymore. I mean, we
Uh,
don't really hear a lot of a lot of, I guess, good R&B on the radio right now. So like, did you really know that people were saying that about you, as far as you've been a new R&B artist?
yeah, I mean, I know a lot of people, as far as like artists, a lot of us are really sticking together and,
Yeah,
collaborating with
definitely.
each other. And like, I got songs on my project with people like Seven and Tank and like all
Cool.
these different new artists like Ty Dolla $ign,
Uh huh.
Gemini King. And it's just incredible because, that's what I think was missing. The
Yeah.
rap game, everybody always collaborates. They work on each other. You'll hear songs like Top Fat, and it'll have Rick Ross, it'll have Drake,
Uh
it'll
huh.
have
Right.
Prince Montana, Lil Wayne, all on one song, but a lot of the singers don't really do it. And I think
Right.
now that we're starting to do that, it's more easy for the community and for the consumer to identify, with
Right.
R&B in general. Because I know a lot of times I'll tweet something like, "Yo, check out my boy, such and such new album," and it'll be R&B, and people will respond and might be like, "For what? R&B is dead." So it's like,
Yeah.
that's not even giving it a chance. Like all you
Definitely.
have to do is listen because it's out there.
Right.
I put out 32 songs on this last project,
Mhm.
and I really did just to put as much content out as possible. A lot of
Right.
like, I did a lot of work on Chris Brown's album, his new one, and Usher's new album. It's like the release dates, they kind of got pushed back a few times, and it's just like, yo, I'm gonna stop waiting and kind of do something about it.
Right. Right. As far as
So I think
R&B,
it's just up to people press and play.
yeah. Right. So as far as R&B goes, who are like some of the different R&B guys in the game that you've really learned from, that have kind of mentored you throughout the stretch?
Definitely like Usher.
Okay.
Um, for sure, people. Michael Jackson
Yeah.
mentored me from afar, and he didn't even know it. You know what I mean? Stevie
Right.
Wonder, all the old school cats. I really studied them, just because it's just I know that in order to be something of impact,
Uh huh.
I kind of need to know some history, and know what
Right.
was before me, and know what they did. And if it worked for them,
Exactly.
I figured it'll work again. So a lot of the people nowadays are doing remixes and remakes and,
Uh huh.
interpolations of the old school music, and I think that that's really helping out a lot with today's music. Cause it's maybe, old to a lot of people,
Uh huh.
but with the new twist on it, a lot of people are putting, and with the younger generation, it's the first time they're hearing it, so
Exactly.
it may be old to them, to us, but it's new to them. So I figure, just keep it going. Ain't broke, don't fix it.
Right. So I also heard that you write music as well. What are some of the songs that you've written that people might have not really known you wrote?
Well, I wrote more recently, Chris Brown's last couple singles. I wrote Fine China, Love More,
Okay, that's what's up. I didn't know that.
Yeah, and then,
I didn't know that.
Usher. Yeah, I've been writing for like the past 4 years. So like Usher, I did Let Me See, the one featuring Rick Ross. Jennifer Hudson, the Think Like a Man soundtrack, the single Think Like a Man with Neo. So I've been doing a lot of writing behind the scenes. So it's really fun to transition and start all the way over and give me a new burst of motivation, to work on the artistry.
Right. So, growing up, who exactly, did you admired throughout R&B music and just music period? Who did you really admire a lot?
Definitely Usher.
Okay.
Usher from 8701 to Confessions, like all those albums. To me, Usher as an entertainer was somebody that I really looked up to. And then like on the vocal side, like Brandy. Full Moon was my absolute favorite album of all time.
Definitely.
So, Brandy Full Moon is something that I definitely pulled a lot of my technique and harmonies and runs and ad-libs from. So shout out to Brandy.
Okay. All right. So, how do you? We're gonna start off on I'm gonna talk about a little fashion. How do you describe your style as far as fashion goes?
I think for me, I like to do a little bit of what the urban generation does, but I put my own
little twist on
I do like a futuristic look as well, because I know a lot of times people go too far trying to be different, and it's like it looks weird sometimes. It's not natural. It's a character, it's a gimmick that they have to keep up with. For me, it's like, I'm just gonna do me. I'm gonna do what I like. Like a lot of my clothes are like customized. I'll tell somebody what I want. They'll make it. And it's just something that's just cool. It's not too far out. It's urban, but at the same time, it's not hood. You know what I mean? It's just really cool, nice and neat.
Simple.
Out of the ordinary. Yeah, I feel like people are trying too hard nowadays, and they looking crazy.
Yeah.
So, and it's crazy. So I feel like since I'm the normal one, I'm the one that look crazy. Really, but it's like I let everybody be different. And they try to be different, but I'll be the normal one, and I'll be the only one different from them, if that makes sense.
Yeah, I get what you're saying.
So it's really relatable, because I really want to match the music and the content and all the different, the songs that I'm doing. Like, everything is really relatable. When people listen to the music, they can say, wow, I'm going through this right now. When they see me on TV, they can say, oh, I like that outfit. Everything I just want to be, just relatable to people, the people's champion, as Brock used to be.
So, do you feel as if, like you said, when people see you and they say something about your music, it's the same as, your style. So, could you say, do you consider yourself like a laid-back cat, and it's kind of like your music is like that as well, and, your style is kind of like the same exact thing, basically?
Yeah, everything I think is just really laid back.
Right.
I definitely think it's like hood enough for the street, but it's still commercial enough, for America.
To sell.
Also music. Like all of my music is positive music. I'm not, it's not that really grimy, ratchet type music.
Right.
But it has that feel, but if you listen deep, you have to listen deep in order to hear it. I think that the problem with the ratchet music is never bad to be ratchet. I think everybody has a little ratchet, but it's just about doing it with class. Of course, a woman wants to hear you say certain things about the bedroom or whatever, but it's like, just be clever about it, rather than just saying, you know what I'm saying? I
Just
want to
being
smash you
vulgar.
right now. Like,
Right.
come with a metaphor, you know what I mean? So
Right.
that's
Right.
kind of been my thing. And luckily, me being a writer, I'm able to,
See that.
really get it out the way that I can see it. You know, I can
Yeah.
see it in my head and I can write it. So I'm thankful for, the career that I've had with being a writer, because it's educated me and
Right.
kind of puts me a little bit ahead, because I can, be a trendsetter in that way.
Exactly. Okay, so what particular brands are in your closet right now at this moment?
I definitely have a million pairs of Jordans. I don't know
Right.
why. I keep saying I'm going to stop buying Jordans. Every time a new pair come out, they miraculously end up in my closet.
Really?
So
what is
I don't even know why. They hard. I definitely love them. I couldn't get Jordans when I was a little kid.
I'm a big Jordan fan.
Like,
I'm crazy Jordan fan too. So like I have mad Jordans as well. It's not.
I have a million pairs. I'm talking about ones that I haven't even worn yet. Like, I forgot I had these. Like, what am I doing? So I got a bunch of Jordans, bunch of J's. What else? I got a lot of those jogger pants. I think that's like.
Oh yeah, those are definitely in. Definitely.
Yeah, those are crazy. So with those, like, I have my friend who makes them, so I'll be customizing
right?
Prints. So
just making a one-on-one, pretty much.
Yeah, a lot of people will have the same pants, but I'll get them. That's why I say, like, it'll be relatable, but I still put my own twist on.
Right.
Like, a lot of people are wearing them, but they not gonna have this print that I got. You know what I mean?
Right.
So that's like how I like to stay current, but at the same time stand out a little bit.
Exactly. So, do you feel as if you're one of the flyest R&B guys in the game at this moment?
Yeah, for sure.
For sure. I mean, you can't say no. I mean,
I would never say no.
Yeah, it's like you can't say no.
I would never say no.
Right.
But at least I can mean it. I can say it because it's my favorite. But I really think so, man. Like, if you listen, like, it's like the things that I'm saying are things that the ladies want to hear. The things that the fellas, want to say to a girl. The beats hit hard with that 808. Like, it's a rapper, so guys don't feel ashamed to listen.
Right.
And, what I mean? It's just a win-win,
So how did the I Don't Wanna come about? The I Don't Wanna track. It's an ill song, by the way.
Thank you so much.
You're welcome.
I Don't Wanna actually, it was crazy. I was at like a party and I was with somebody. I was with a girl. And then everybody just kept looking at her. Like, it was really like a situation that happened. And then I just wasn't tripping. I'm like, go ahead, keep looking, because it's kind of like how people used to always say, you can look but you can't touch. I just kind of further extreme. You know what I mean? Like, I want you to look. If you're not looking, then she's probably terrible.
Right.
It's like it's like the same thing with like an outfit or some shoes. Like, you like when people compliment your outfit. You like when people compliment your new shoes that you just got. So it's not like so material, but it's still like that essence of like, yo, I really, if you compliment my girl, you compliment me. If you admire her, that means I'm doing a good job. So I want to hear it. Like, go ahead and check her out, Same thing, but just on the outer, you know what I mean? If they ain't looking, it just went to the extreme. If they ain't looking, I don't even want her.
Right.
But I just needed something that was going to catch everybody's attention.
Yeah, so like catchy. Right.
Yeah, when I heard the beat, it was just, the beat was automatic.
Yeah.
Problem came to the studio. He actually brought me the beat, and it was like, yo, my feature on it, so it was just all love. We kind of set that up. We did the song, and within a couple days, it was already on the radio.
So, back to the fashion part of it. Oh, what did you say again?
I said that one was an instant one. It was, we knew automatically.
Definitely, I love that track. Like, so, who are some R&B guys that you consider, like, on their fashion game? Well, not even just R&B, as far as, just in hip-hop or entertainment. Like, R&B guys.
Yeah.
Just guys, period.
I definitely think Tiger's doing amazing things. He just opened up a store out here in L.A. on Melrose, which is, like, one of the biggest, fashion districts out here. Super popular, right off of Melrose and Fairfax. And then, I think Kid Ink does a great job. Not only does he have, his own merchandise, but it's not merchandise that's just him. You You know, a lot of
Yeah.
people get merch, but it's like, do I want to necessarily rep a shirt that says your name on it?
Yeah,
but he made
right.
it cool, you know what I mean? So I really
Gotcha.
admire what they're doing with the alumni, the dope store out here. Like that's super dope. So, of course, you know everything that Trinidad is doing. He's somebody that's just like no rules, you know what I mean? And I love the fearlessness that he's doing. He's created a brand in himself within a year that people admire. Like people could beat him for Halloween. Like that's big.
Right.
You know what I mean? That's like I wouldn't go all the way out there like that, but I just think that it's incredible the way he did it, and he still kept a cool image. You know?
Right. All right. Yeah. So, how many kicks would you say you have in your closet right now?
Wow. I have over 75 pairs for sure.
Wow.
For sure, and I just like right now around the wall. I'm in my room right now. Around the wall of my bedroom, there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17 on one wall, and they're on all the walls, and that's not including the boxes of Jordans in the closet or the trash bag that I just filled up with shoes that I don't wear.
Right. Okay.
The shoe thing is real.
So what has been one of the craziest moments so far since your album and your success? Like name just one thing that's been crazy. Like I'm pretty sure a lot of things have changed. Well, probably not really.
Man, girls, that's the craziest thing. Because it'll be somebody that I was trying to holler at, like, man, I need to get her.
Right.
And then all of a sudden she misses me and she gets singing on me. I don't know. I'm not buying it. I'm not buying it. But it's just interesting and it's funny because, you know, you kind of think, some people might take advantage of it, like, oh, yeah, I've always wanted her, and now she's on me, so I'm going to go ahead and tag her right now. But for me, it was like,
it's nothing.
Ugly.
Right.
I'm straight. I'd rather be like, you missed your chance, rather than they get what they want. Like I can get what I want. Why you get what you want?
Right.
So you know, that's the funny part. Cause it's like they're not even slick about it. At least you play away today. Don't not on the day the album drop. Like
right.
Like you just crossed my mind for real.
Right.
That's real.
That's crazy.
So probably that.
Alright, so if there was just one R&B chick that you could take out on the day, who would it be? Like, just one.
Man, a lot of them are just getting knocked up now. I gotta think.
Wow. That's funny.
Gone. He's married. Sierra has recently got, her future.
Right.
Big ups to them. Man, I don't know. I might have to holler at. Give me some time, 'cause I want it to be a good one. Can I go old school?
Yeah, old school is fine.
Like, where's Claudette? What's her name? Claudette Ortiz? Where's she at? Is she still 5'9" with brown eyes? I think she was incredible.
Yeah.
I might have to go with her.
Okay.
Or if I couldn't have her, so let me think about somebody who's like current right now who I'm loving. I don't even know. I've heard a lot. You know how people talk. I might still go out with Rihanna.
Yeah.
You know how some people be like,
yeah.
oh, nah, she's baby, but I feel like I can tame her. I think I can tame Rihanna, so
yeah, Rihanna's
they
dope.
can pull that off. Somebody can get her line.
Definitely.
I can get her right in check.
Right. So, what is that one track on your album that is your favorite track, hands down?
Man, it's probably gonna be Reward, which is the last song on this one. Just because I think lyrically, I really took that one deep, and I think a lot of people can relate to it. It's talking about, having a girl that's kind of just down with you from day one, and like when you didn't have not $1 to your name, she stuck by you, and now that you're on top of the world, you want to give her her reward. You want to give her, just want to kind of give her thanks for holding you down. So the song is like 2 songs in one. It's like 5 minutes long with a big violin section at the end, and the lyrics and the melodies are just next level. So if people can listen to one song, I would say listen to that one.
Okay. So what would be your last words to end this interview?
Man, we just getting started. Just stay in touch with me and follow me on Twitter, Instagram. My website is ericbellinger.com. And both Instagram and Twitter is just Eric Bellinger, my full name. And I'm gonna be here a while. I'm a songwriter. And I'm a performer. I'm an entertainer. So I'm gonna keep the hits coming for sure.
Like I said, I had no idea that you were behind the Love You More track for Chris Brown. I didn't even know that. Didn't know that at all. But thank you so much for doing this interview. And the interview is going to be up probably, if not tomorrow, I would say Friday. But your manager will get a link, so you'll see that, and it'll go to your Twitter, and it'll go to all that stuff. So thank you so much again. You have a good one.
Thank you so much.
All right.
Bye-bye.